Hello, everybody. It's Friday. It's the weekend. I couldn't find a better way to spend my Friday than with you guys. Who do we have? Terry, Claire, Debbie, Linda. Hello, Carolyn, Kate. Oh my gosh. Oh, it sounds like all you need is a glass of wine to make it perfect. I'll just say no, but drink one for me. Missouri here. Hey, Debbie. What a roller coaster today. Holy moly. I think I'm more confused now than I was before. Hey, Paige. So glad you guys are here. Jeannie, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good. I love your picture.
Can you see her?
I can. Look at Jeannie getting all fancy on us. Oh, Massachusetts, Connecticut. Hey. Nursing some
It's Bring Your
broken
Cat to Work Day.
It's Bring Your Cat to Work Day. All right. I like it. I like it. Oh, TGIF. Thank God it's
Oh,
Friday.
yes. Apparently it is Friday. I just got that memo.
That's what I was just saying.
Yesterday, I thought it was Friday.
Well, the day before yesterday, I thought it was going to be Friday the next day. So I don't know.
I know.
Hello,
Court
Ohio.
started this morning. The judge said hello. I said, hello, Judge. No more of this taking off Thursdays. You screwed everything up.
Exactly. Let's keep this on track. What an amazing day. I say that every day, but I feel like I'm more confused today than I was before. But I don't want to jump ahead, but yeah, there is
Australia? What is this? Look at all of this. Whales?
I know.
Wow.
Happy birthday, kitty cat. Is this when I'm riding a crazy train or what? Oh my gosh, she is crazy town. I cannot believe everything that we found out today. I mean, some of it we knew, but just the details of it, it's like, she is just so much more manipulative than I thought she was before. Like, I thought that she was a professional, and no, she is completely the opposite, at least when it came down after her arrest. Ugh, I tell you,
Right?
Pennsylvania, man, Australia, I cannot believe it. You guys are amazing. Thanks for being here on Friday night with us. So how did we start today?
North Ireland. How did we start? Yeah, the judge said, "Oh, I think we're going back to the video," and I was like, "Oh no, we're not going back to that video, are we?"
Oh, the fake
she's locked in an interrogation room. No.
But it kind of went fast because it really did jump into I'm having chest pain. Well, it went to I want the door open. She's like a 5-year-old. Open the door or I'm going to get on the floor, roll around and kick my feet until you do it.
Right. And it started out really fast with the now my pants are wet.
I'm hungry. Like, what do you want to eat?
Yes. Exactly. I told my husband, I'm like, watch. I said, wait, I'm going to rewind this. I bet you she poured water on her pants.
Mm-hmm.
Like, now my pants are wet. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Where's her water bottle in relation to where she's sitting? Because I'm pretty sure it's close by.
Exactly.
But yeah, when she didn't get her way, it became I'm having anxiety and I'm having chest pain and then then she needs to go to the hospital. Well, can you call a friend to bring you your anxiety medicine? I just need my medicine. When is the ambulance going to be here? It's woman.
Right, and I think she thought that the EMTs were just gonna bring her a lorazepam, and I'm sitting here going, Leticia, they're taking you to the hospital, you
Right.
know? But she got
Well,
out of that room. She got exactly what she wanted. She got out of that room.
exactly, exactly. Which is so frustrating that she one way or another she gets her way in the beginning anyways. I don't she's not getting her way anymore, that's for sure. I think she's
Yeah, but still.
yeah. Yeah. So that was just a complete circus. I'm just watching her like, "Really? Like, you're such a child. He's so disrespectful to me." It's like, "Dude, you killed a child. What is he supposed to do? Lay out the red carpet for you?"
Exactly.
It's
And I thought
ridiculous.
for that before the whole exactly before she did
Most
the chest
5-year-olds
pains,
are more mature.
she laid down on the couch and started taking a nap. And I said to my husband, I said, look at that. She's taking a nap. Only a sociopath could do that. And he said, I could. And I said, well, wait a minute. Think about this. You are supposed to have been, you're supposed to have been sexually assaulted. You've watched your stepson get ripped away from you in front of your eyes. You're supposed to have been violated. Could you really lay down and take a nap?
Yeah,
Or
it's
in the other realm, you've just killed someone and the police are out there gathering evidence. Could you really lay down and take a nap? Only a sociopath can just lay down and, take a nap right there.
that is
You called it.
exact
You texted me right after that. You said
yeah,
sociopath, and I was like, yep. I'm like, I
that's
just
all
said that like 5 minutes ago.
it's I don't know how else to describe her. Like, I'm no professional, but her actions is just, I'm going to get my way. I do not care about anybody else. Point blank. Yeah, I'm,
Exactly. Exactly.
oh my
Yeah.
God. I'm just wondering, okay, I'm going to skip ahead because I'm just so where do we go next? We went on to,
Oh, well, Jessica Bethel got back on the stand, and boy, howdy. That's when she said that, well, she said that she got some text from Leticia. I'm
yep,
trying really hard not to jump ahead to the big reveal. I'm
I
trying
know.
so hard to slow roll
Me
it.
too.
But
Me
she
too.
said, I just can't help it. Okay. So how is it that okay, I have to say, wherever they stopped in Kansas PD, you guys, I'm telling you what, definite decorum. Because how did that not leak in the past 2 years that there was an escape attempt?
Yeah. Well,
Court TV, their heads had to be exploding today.
oh my
Like,
gosh.
how did no one know about this?
Well, I knew that
She's
she
being
had she
extradited.
right. There was something in
You
the
knew that
news
what?
that I knew that she had attempted. I didn't know any of the details. I knew that she hurt an officer, but I didn't know that she grabbed a full can of energy drink and bash somebody in the frickin' head and slip out of her handcuffs and open the back door with her foot. Like, who does she think she is? Freaking
And it's
double
funny.
O seven or
She's like, well, yeah. They're like, how was her demeanor? Oh, she was calm. She ate. She sang. She played trivia. And then
yeah.
what is this clip we're gonna watch? Oh, this is when she slips her cuff and takes a monster and tries to attack the deputy. And I'm like, what? What? And then you could hear her in the background saying, "Oh, was it trying to escape? I was just trying to open the door to a
I just
moving
needed some
vehicle."
air. I
You
just a thing with doors.
don't get to open the door, you nimwit. You're a prisoner, a captive.
I know. I
It
just
doesn't
I
work that way.
no. I wanted the door open. So I will bash you in your head
Exactly.
and I will hurt you to any degree to get that door open. What?
I
I'm
loved
compl-
when the detective's sitting there really calm on the phone. yes, I'm on the side of, was it a 285? And, I have Leticia Stout, and she tried to escape and blah, blah, blah. She's really calm. And in the background, Leticia's going, I didn't try to escape. I just wanted air. I tried to open the door. I just tried. I'm like, wow.
It makes perfect sense. Why is it
Wow.
why are you saying escape? What? But it was so funny because
Exactly.
they asked her directly about her personality. Did her personality change or her demeanor? Or I can't
Yeah.
remember their exact verbiage, but she's like, she is a manipulative person. Who, oh gosh, I wish I would have wrote it down at the time. I was kind of moving
Yes.
around, but it was like
He
she
asked,
was,
did you think that she was sane? And she said, yes. She said that she was very, she seemed very sane. She was a very manipulative person. And then,
yep,
I tell you what, I was going off when the defense got up there and picked up the DSM-5. I was like, if the prosecution doesn't object, I'm like, why is he asking a detective about, a diagnosis from the DSM-5? And I'm sorry, but the definition of sanity is not in there, buddy. Open that book. I was like, open the book. I was screaming at the TV.
yes,
Like, make him open the book. Luckily, he had to backtrack and not ask her for the layman's.
yeah,
Obviously, she can decide her opinion but I just, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Can I ground us out a little bit on where we are? Yeah. Yes, Kate. We are talking about. We were talking about when Leticia tried to escape when she was being extradited from South Carolina to Colorado. But then we kind of transitioned into they were still questioning Detective Jessica about what if they thought she was sane or not. And the defense attorney got up there and wanted Jessica to talk about diagnoses in the DSM-5, which is the book of mental disorders that it guides psychiatry. And the prosecution stood up. He said, she's a detective. She obviously said she hadn't read the book. She's not going to base her opinions out of that book. So that's what we were talking about. Sorry about that, there, Kate. That's what we were talking about. I just got a little bit excited because that was just a crazy bit there. Tell you what,
Yeah, yeah, and they were
the
seeing
word.
right through her, and then, "They're too tight, and you're hurting
Oh
me,"
yeah,
and it's you tried to escape. What do you there is consequences for your actions, and that's what she doesn't ever wanna own up to anything she does. "You did something wrong, here's the consequences." Well, I don't want the consequences. So I'm just gonna lie, sneak, cheat,
exactly.
fight, do whatever I can so I don't get in trouble, which only gets her in more trouble. Oh my gosh.
I
In
couldn't
that
believe she kept saying, "You're hurting my arm. You're hurting my
yeah.
arm. Let me go." Well, no, we tried that. We
That
tried
didn't
cuffing you
work.
in the front. We tried letting you have a little bit of leeway. Look what you did.
Right, right.
And I'm sorry, but opening the door when we're driving down the road is called escaping when you're a prisoner. It just is, you know.
It just
Yeah.
I don't know if they didn't teach you that when with your PhD or her RRD or DDD or whatever she has.
EDD. Yeah. Her
EDD.
EDD. Yeah.
They
Apparently
didn't
not.
that there was no course on that. She just didn't know. And her demeanor is still the same. She is still the same old, just empty
Oh,
shell of a
yes, she
person,
is.
except for I
Right.
didn't catch it until I read the comments tonight. Thanks, you guys. But who did she flip off?
Apparently at the very, very end of court, the there was one of the jurors had said that she knew the gun expert, mishap. And so
Okay.
they had a meeting about it, whether or not how she knew mishap. was going to interfere with her being a juror or not. And right after that, the prosecutor said he had been told that Leticia had been flipping off many members of the prosecution and family members sitting over on that side. She'd been doing it all day. And he had been sent pictures. Now, somebody said that they were pictures of poop. I don't know if they were pictures of her flipping the bird. I don't know where the pictures of the poop came in, but yeah, she was apparently flipping off pictures of members and family and witnesses. And she did it a few times. And so, yeah, then the judge, he said, I would like to have her admonished. And so the judge was like, there are several things I control in this, courtroom. And one of the things is that, and, I will remove you and the court will continue without you. And I'll bring you out on breaks and I'll ask you if you're going to behave. And if you're not, I'll send you back and I'll keep doing that, and the trial will continue. He basically told her to behave. But yeah, there she is on trial for her life, the murder of a child, whether she did it or not. It's supposed to be a serious thing. And there she is flipping people off. Yeah. Yeah.
I hope
Yeah.
the
She's
jury
still a
is
5-year-old.
seeing
Yeah.
right through that, because that just shows her character, her lack of remorse. It wasn't a moment of this insanity that she's claiming. She's painting a picture of who she is, and I hope they're seeing right through that. She's just digging her own grave.
I
That's
hope
all
they
she's
saw her
doing.
do it.
Me too.
I hope they saw her do it because he had the meeting outside the presence of the jury. So I hope that they saw her do it, because if not, they don't know what happened. But yeah, Erica mentioned that she was smiling all day. I had heard that too. I can't see her because of the way my setup is. I can't see her very well. But I saw many reports that said she was smiling all day long. Yeah, I don't know, maybe she's trying to affect like a crazy persona, but it's too late for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's too late, you know?
Huh.
I'm sorry.
Interesting.
Yeah.
This woman, she never fails to disappoint, man. She is a conversation and a half. Like, girl, get it together. Get
Yeah,
it
yeah.
together. She just knows probably that there's not a chance in hell, and that's why her lawyers are just like, "Nah,
And he mentioned, did she did she switch personalities?
personalities." Yep.
And the detective was like, no, she had the same personality. She just acted out. Well, she didn't say acted out. She said she was calm, and then
Calculated. Yeah.
she was that was it. She was calculated and manipulating. That was it. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
She's talking to me, Chrissy. My name's Jeannie. I'm her partner in crime. Um, we're just talking about Leticia in trial in court today, and how terrible she behaved, and good grief. The Just what happened today. We've gotten not very far, actually. Just uh
Yeah.
just the morning grief. That's about it. I mean,
Yeah. The morning, I think it kind of just went into that. And then when they started doing the pictures and the evidence, and that's when I was like, I don't know nothing. Like, everything
yeah.
I thought happened, I do not know nothing. Like, I feel like I just I don't even have any theories.
Some
It
of those pictures were really good. Oh, one of your theories was actually proven. Did you hear how the I don't want to call her the gun lady, the firearms expert. She
yeah,
talked about how the pillow was shot through.
yeah, yeah,
You said it. You said it. So you got that one.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. But yes, the pictures. Uh, I feel the same. There was so much blood. Did you see all the drops?
yes,
I kept writing drops, drops, blood, drops.
yep,
This room,
yep,
that room. I kept going on, and it felt like I took an entire page of notes.
yeah.
You know, and
So what gets me, okay,
mhm,
so
sure.
I don't know if I'm jumping ahead, but we can
No,
we
no,
can
go ahead,
circle
go ahead.
back. But
Yeah.
there is blood. Okay, so supposedly the theory was that a candle was knocked over. And in
Yeah.
my head, I am thinking this whole time that this incident actually happened, that this was what sparked whatever was to come.
Hmm.
But come to find out, this fire could not have happened from a candle dropping on the floor. She said you could put a lighter to the carpet and it's made of a material that just doesn't ignite up into flames. You would have to use an accelerant or something to create those burns. And his blood was by that burn. I believe she was trying to burn away his blood. So, did it start in the bedroom? Did it start on that couch? I don't know. I'm so confused.
I don't know even.
But so
Exactly. Maybe there was some kind of attack there, something that started there, and then she yelled at him, Gannon, go to your bed, go to your room.
did she
Maybe
throw the
she hit
candle
him,
on him?
struck
I
him.
heard that theory
Maybe
that
she
she
threw the
threw. I heard
maybe
that
she threw the candle at him
because
because I
he
mean,
was burned. We
he
heard
was
him say,
burned.
I'm worried about my burns." So he did get burned. But why was there
She
blood on
said,
that
"Did you
couch?
do it?" She said, "Did you do it on purpose?"
Did you
Maybe
do
he
it on
did
purpose?
something. Maybe he did something that to her was an offense, right? Wouldn't be an offense to you or I. But I
She
don't
said we have to fix it. We have to sell the couch to fix it. So maybe he did knock over the candle. But how did it get ignited out there? I'm so
well,
confused. I have
it
no
might not
theory.
have been. I mean, it might not have been anything that had to do with like burning because right, she said, and like we talked about before, how could that candle have burned and made a burn that went up the stairs and made smoke and all of this?
Right.
Everything is fireproof these days, right? Like Diane's talking about Scotch Guard. It's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
flammable like it's in the 70s. you
Right.
know
Right.
so
Right.
um, maybe he did something else. Maybe there was another incident that she's talking about. Did you do it on purpose? Whatever it was, and then it sparked her to hurt him. His blood ended up wherever, on the floor. And you're right. Maybe she was trying. Why would she try to burn it away?
But there was blood there, and I hope we hear later that we find out that that was Gannon's blood. Um.
There was blood. There was also wax on the couch a
Yep.
little bit. And then there was because I expected in those pictures, I was very excited. Okay, great. We're gonna see this burn spot in the floor, right? Very
Right.
excited, very excited. We're gonna see this burn spot in the couch and the floor. Nothing. So I wait. I'm like, wait, I rewind, fast forward, rewind, fast forward. I'm like, wait a minute, what?
Right.
What
Right. Right.
where is this burn?
Yeah.
I go
Yeah.
back and I listen and I'm like, wait a minute, what? And then the carpet,
Yeah.
the
That's
rolled up carpet, that just blew my mind. So the rolled up carpet had blood in it,
yeah.
soaked blood.
Yes.
Okay, that is separate of everything else, right? That's
Yes.
separate of his bedroom. That's and all of the blood we know in there,
Yep.
because we know about all the blood in the corner. So something happened to the living room carpet. Obviously, had to have.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
think she would have just cut a patch out of their living room carpet for any other reason. Something happened, right?
yeah, and they can see it's a burn, like, they see that it burned through,
Right.
so
So
they're
then what? Did she roll the carpet out and then like how did he
drag
end up
him to his room?
like how did he end up bleeding on that? Or was that what how she got him out to the car? Did she do all of that and then put him in, you know what I mean, roll him up in the carpet and drag him out too? Because it'd be easier to drag in like a big chunk of carpet, right?
Sure, sure.
I don't know. That's a lot to
I
lug.
don't Yeah, and then the fact that there was candle wax on the couch and the pillow of the couch, and one of the pillows was burned as well. So, was Gannon holding the candle? How does it just splash in front of the couch, on the couch, and on the one of those back teal pillows, one of the three pillows? How does this wax cascade? I mean, they didn't find, I don't think they found, you guys tell me if you guys heard if they found candle wax on the ground. I know they found it on the couch. I don't
Was
know.
there there wasn't a table beside the couch either, was there?
Yo, there was. There was.
Like a like an end table?
Yeah, let me see if I can pull up the
But there was
picture
also like
to
a
entertain everybody.
like what is
I'll
an
see if I can
end?
find it because it's really interesting because it really shows. Let me see if I can find it. Um, it really
But
shows a lot of what it looked like. Okay, let's see here.
why was there a candle in a position where the possibility of it being knocked is very likely? Um, Divine Mrs. Jones.
I like the I don't know her name, the last lady that's on stand. She seems like she's just really smart.
Oh, yeah. The Divine Mrs. Jones, I don't know. And I don't know that there
Fine.
was a candle in a position where it could be knocked over very likely. I also don't know that Gannon would have lit a
Was right
candle.
before
The whole like we talked about yesterday, the whole, he lit it because it smelled bad.
but the
Yeah,
blood
I'm
that
not buying
was
that.
trickled from like the door to.
Brooke Bell was the last one.
Are you still there, Jeannie?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Hello? Yeah? Can you hear me? Hello?
Did I go quiet? What happened?
No? I'm here.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I leaned on
Oh, okay.
my thing and I muted it. I'm like, I can't hear anything. But I really liked her. Did you?
Oh, okay. Bell's
Okay.
last one.
Yeah, she's so smart.
Yeah. Yeah, she was good. I liked that we got more pictures and that we got to see the inside better. I really
Yeah.
did.
Yep.
Yeah.
It really gave you a feel of, I don't know, you can almost map it out in your head what happened a little bit. I mean,
That's true too. The candle was not big enough to have that much melted wax. It was like a round candle and it was maybe not even halfway burned. You would have had to have burned it for hours to get the amount of wax that you're talking about, because you're talking about wax
right.
on the couch and on the blankets and on the floor.
Yeah. It's so bizarre. Okay, let's see here. Okay, that's not a good picture. So this is let's do a present.
Lauren said maybe he really did knock over the candle. That's where the wax came from. She burned the carpet trying to hide evidence, thinking she could blame it on the candle, but realized how hard it was. That's possible.
That is definitely possible. So this is the blanket that has the wax on it, um,
Yeah.
which you would assume that the blanket is on the couch.
Yep.
Let's see here.
She tried to say that she took those blankets to put the fire out. There's a little bit of wax on those blankets, like a little bit of like, I don't even want to call it scorch. That's wax.
Yeah.
Because the candle was blue. I think that's just candle wax. I don't think it's even scorch.
So this is the couch where this little front piece here had wax, and then one of these back pillows had wax. If we go a little bit further, we should be able to see.
You're right, Alvin. That would be why she would get rid of the sofa.
This is the pillow, one of those teal pillows in the back where they show where
Yeah.
the candle wax right here on the corner. How did it get way up there? Okay. And then we'll go a little bit further. Um, once you see this picture, I think you'll, come on. Hurry up, hurry up. No, no green large suitcase in this
No.
in this storage room. So I text you and I'm like, do you suppose that she put Gannon in that suitcase and when she called 911 for the officers to come out, that he possibly could have been in her Tiguan at that time
Yeah.
because she
Could have
didn't
been
have.
because think about it. She just called in a runaway, right?
Yeah,
They're not
yeah.
really gonna look through. I don't think they'd look through luggage for a runaway, would they?
I don't think so. They would just oh, this is the blood that soaked through that carpet. I don't know if you can see that, but
Yeah, Tina, it was rough when they pulled back that carpet and they showed the concrete where the blood was. Yeah.
okay. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Okay.
All right. So let me try to make this bigger. All right. So this is the patch that Leticia cut out. And this is where it is scorched and burned. She put like a rug over it here, but they had to pull back the rug. And then this is
Okay.
the little side table. This is the couch. This is the fire. How does any of that make sense? And
Doesn't.
even she said, "Let me play it for you." Hopefully you can hear it. Can you hear it?
No,
When
you can just tell me what she says.
yeah, yeah.
It's nowhere near the couch.
I know.
I mean, it's way out there. Oh,
It would, and it would have to be a sustained heat, so not just a quick without some type of ignitable source.
Now, with regards to this area, did you curious for about this person? Did you start this area? See whether or not there's areas that
Yes, so on that first response, because this is the area of the primary disturbance and things out of the ordinary, that's the room they requested I do Blue Star in, and it was done in this area, yes.
okay, did you swab that area based on the results of your person?
There were swabs collected from a few areas in the living room, yes, based on a presumptive positive.
Can you point out the general area where you swabbed?
If I remember correctly, the area on the carpet that I had a presumptive positive reaction was in this section, which would be the lower left portion of that cutout square.
Boom. How do we explain that?
Okay, that makes no sense.
Yeah. I mean, oh my
I
gosh.
heard most of that. Okay, so I heard most of that. So
There's wax here that
basically, okay, go ahead. Tell me what you heard, because I had my ear pressed to my speaker. It was really low. Okay, tell me what you heard.
so she said earlier that there was wax like up here at the front of the couch that spread to that back pillow, and
Okay.
then she claims that the candle fell here and caught on fire, but she's saying that's not likely, that couldn't happen. A candle is not going to
Okay.
set the carpet on fire. What the
Okay.
heck?
She said that they tried it too, right? They've tried that in
Yeah.
tests.
Yeah. No
Because
bueno.
I heard part of that, and she said it won't work.
Right. Right.
So then, what happened in that square? What on earth would cause you to cut a piece of your carpet out?
And there's blood on this corner. So my assumption is there was a pool of blood here, and she burned it to say that it was part of the candle. But
Instead
maybe
of instead of scrubbing it up.
and so yeah, exactly. And I think the attack possibly started here. I don't know. He was on tape saying, "I'm worried about my burns." Oh, jeez. I don't
Okay,
know.
but maybe. All right.
I
She,
know.
think about this. She's giving us our timeline, and she is dictating to us the story. She's telling us that the candle happened in this area at this time. What if this candle, this area, and this time has nothing to do with that burn? We're going off of the story she said, right? And
Yeah.
and I mean, yes, we heard him say, "We're worried. I'm worried about my burns." And she said, "Did you do it on purpose?" And he said, "No." And she said, "Do you promise?" And he said, "Yes." And she said, "Okay, well, we're gonna have to fix this. We might have to sell something. Might have to sell our couch. We have to do something so that the lady doesn't throw us out of our house." And he said, she said, "Stop crying." And he said, "I'm just worried about my burns." So I think the only things that he actually said were, "No, I didn't do it on purpose, and I'm worried about my burns." She put in the candle story. We don't even
Right.
know that he got burned by a candle.
Right. Right.
And we don't know that it happened in the living room, in the couch, anywhere near here.
So maybe she staged it to look
Could
like.
have. She could have. Something else could have happened right here. And so she's like, "Well, what am I going to tell Al? What am I going to tell the police happened in this area?" And do you remember when the police got there that night? She immediately said, there was a candle tipped over. So I had to cut it. She told him like right away, "There's a
Right.
candle tipped over, and I had to cut a piece out of the carpet, and I covered it with the thing." That's not what you tell somebody when your kid has run away.
Yes. She just kept on repeating, no matter what they were talking about, she always went back to the candle out story.
Right.
It's
So
just been the most consistent. I mean, besides Eduardo, but it's the most
right.
consistent thing she's been saying, the candle incident. So it's ingrained in my brain that
And
actually happened.
And the only reason we believe her is because of the video where he says, I'm worried about my burns.
Burns.
What
Right.
if the burns have nothing to do with the candle?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a story that she made up to cover what happened in that square.
Interesting.
And we've been believing her because she's the only one telling a story.
Right. Right. The more I watch, the more I'm just like, what happened this day? Lena, is that her name? The little girl, the sister, Lena.
Lena, yeah.
Yeah. I wonder what she has to say.
I don't think we'll ever know.
I'm wondering what she has to say.
But
She was
also, yes, actually, honey, you are right. There were Google searches about a candle burn your carpet, getting candle wax
yeah.
out of your carpet. That is
Yeah.
the other thing that backed us up.
Yep.
Could have been that there was a little bit of candle wax on the carpet, which led her to, I can cover it up with that. That also solidified for us, yes, he got burned with the candle. And then
Yes.
that made us leap to, she probably burned him with a candle, which is not out of the leap. I'm still not crossing that one off the list. But that huge box there, that wasn't done by that candle. We all know that wasn't done by that candle.
Yeah. No.
And okay, a typical candle, let's say a candle fell and it rolled there. Let's say the wick didn't go out. Let's pretend that in Leticia's world, things happen this way.
In this way. Right.
And let's say that all the wax drained out and it made this big puddle. And let's say that she couldn't use a knife and, a putty knife and a razor blade and get it up like the rest of us humans would. Let's say these things happened. Fate conspired against her, and maybe some of it even looked singed in her world. I don't know. It was a dark blue candle. Still, that would be a very, very small fraction of a corner. You could cut out a small circle. That's a huge square.
I know. And she missed a spot on the corner of the blood.
And once again,
candle.
yes. And we go back to candles don't bleed, and neither do burns.
Yes, exactly. Yep. Another good point that it wasn't the burns that made him bleed for sure.
Jennifer, I think that Lena was 8 at the time.
Yeah, she's a couple of years younger than Gannon.
Yeah, I think she's 8. She was 8 or 9 then, so that would make her 10 or 11 now. I think it's been 2 years, almost 3. I think she was 8 or 9. I'd have to go look it up. She is with Al. I don't know if she's with Landon. I know that she's with Al, but she might be back with her mom. Yeah, I'm not sure.
It seems that he's keeping his life offline. He's not sharing. Because I read an article that he might have remarried, but I don't know if it's true or not.
Yeah. Oh, that's what Nancy Mooney was saying too. So, yeah, I don't blame him. He deserves privacy.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. He's been through hell and back. Like the guy needs a break. He needs to go to Hawaii. He needs to start over in a new country because this case, oh man, there is no privacy in their lives.
I'm surprised that he trusted to marry again. I was watching one of the pressers, and it was the one where Landon was speaking, and she was talking about how they were waiting for justice, and she was talking about how even she trusted Leticia, and I just thought,
that's what I hear, all these people that trust her, but we see this, and it was like, how can anybody trust this person?
We see it now.
Yeah.
We see it now. And who knows what she was like then? I mean, think about it. She was a teacher in that school, and I don't know. I mean, we're not hearing people coming to. I haven't seen any reports of parents or teachers coming forward and saying that she was horrible. Maybe she was, but I don't think I haven't seen anything. But
No, I have not either. I haven't seen any of them. And you know that people like to insert themselves. So if they have a story, they're going to want to tell it, but
Right.
I haven't
Exactly.
heard that she was good either though.
No, I haven't heard either way.
Yeah.
And you would think that you would hear at least if she was bad. So,
Yes. Right, right.
but yeah, I don't know. But the thing that really gets me about today was the rolled up carpet. I don't know where to put that.
Yeah.
It's really bothering me because when they unrolled it and I saw the blood, I was like, wait, what?
How did
What?
that happen? Yeah.
And then she just rolled it up, and I mean, she cleaned up everything else. Yes, they used Blue Star, and they found, presumptive positive tests for blood everywhere. And yes, they did find drops and spit, pieces of blood here and there that she missed. But she cleaned up a lot considering, the Blue Star. So how on earth did she just put the carpet in there and
Go on with her life.
yeah, and just think they weren't gonna find it? I mean,
I found it interesting that the first time that she went out, the room was kind of in a disarray, but when she went back, it was all super organized. I
what
found
do you
that
mean?
well, she said the first time that she went out, the room was just like disshuffled. You know, the boxes were kind of everything everywhere, like just
What room?
disshuffled. I'm sorry, the utility closet room.
Oh, the first time she went out to take pictures and stuff.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
yeah, yeah,
And then the second time she said it was really organized. I'm
yeah.
like, that goes back to her whole OCD thing, is that
Uh-huh.
she didn't have time to get it all organized because basically it was a matter of a day or two that she wasn't allowed to come back in that house.
Yeah.
So,
She was moved out by the 31st.
mhm. Mhm.
Yeah. Mm.
Oh, man. I don't know what happened. I mean, in my head I have a few theories, but then I'm like, but that happened. No, but that happened. So, but
And
there's a lot.
did you what do you think that question was? So when Detective Jessica was still on the stand, right after the defense was done asking her the questions about the DSM-5 that made me want to scream,
Yes.
they asked, did the jury have any questions? And there was a question, and the judge said, and I said, I said, I wanted them to ask, how was she on the rest of her transport? Like, how did the rest
Mhm.
of it go? I wanted them to ask, like, did she make it the rest of the way, or how was she transported? Because I thought that I heard them say that they were gonna, well, it's not called hog tie, but they were gonna bind her, her hands to her feet to transport her. I was like taking bets with my husband, like how they were gonna get her there, and I said maybe they'll ask that, and then the jury asked a question, and the judge said, "I think the jury's getting ahead of themselves, and maybe another witness can answer this." What do you
Yeah.
think they asked?
Uh, yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
what do
I
you
don't
think that?
know.
Mm.
I couldn't even guess.
Did you hear she said that Agent John Grissing of the Colorado Bureau of Investigations is the one that questioned Leticia in South Carolina? When she
Okay.
was when they arrested her, she was questioned. Then they said who questioned her, and he said that she did. He's worked on several cases. He worked on Barry Morphew, but he also worked in one. Um, I can't remember the name of the case. Um, it was
I've heard
covered on
his
a.
name a lot. Yeah, I've heard his
Yeah,
name a lot.
I really like him. I did not know he was on this case. He's a really good witness on the stand. So when he gets up there, he should give us a lot of information.
Mhm.
He's usually really good at testifying. So yeah,
Ooh,
that'll
good,
be good
good,
to
good.
see. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah. Um,
Oh, yep, the more I watch, the more confused I get. I can't
yeah,
wait for
right.
more witnesses or theories or, um, to kind of put it together, and then the closing statements. of them just painting a picture, it
Right?
will really, because they have everything in front of them. Like we have to listen intensely to of
Yeah.
8 hours a day to figure it
Yep.
out. Of course, some things get missed, but they're like eat, breathing everything about this case, so they know it in and out.
Exactly.
What?
I was I couldn't believe that there was even blood on the outlet. Did you see
Mm-hmm.
when they pulled that outlet cover off? And I
Mm-hmm.
was waiting though, you and I talked about that we were waiting for someone to say that the blood was Gannon's. We know it's
Right.
Gannon's,
We
obviously.
do.
We
Right.
know the
Right.
DNA matched, but we're waiting for that one person to come in and say, yes, I tested all
Exactly.
those swabs, and yes, it was his.
It was his. Yep.
Just one person. But it
Right.
was nice to have all of those pictures today. The
Mm-hmm.
the walkthrough, I thought it was good. You know,
I, right.
except
Right.
for the board that was way off to the side and we couldn't see it. I was like, oh, you're kidding me. I
Ah,
bet he
yeah.
made this pretty board and we can't even see it. You know,
Right. Right.
exactly.
So so she used the carpet, she used that particle board as well.
Yeah. What?
What
See,
was
when
she?
you throw in the particle board, I don't know.
Yeah, they
So
mentioned that, and it's like was because they wanted them to search because there was a corner piece of the particle board that was broken off, so they wanted to find it in the garage, so they could match it
yeah,
up. And they weren't able to find it. And I'm like, what was she doing with the particle board? Maybe setting it up on the back of the car and rolling them down, or as a pad underneath them, like put the particle board down and then the suitcase on top of it.
maybe I don't. Maybe the particle board was already in the van. Maybe it was already in the back of the truck and she
Okay.
got and it had blood on it, so she put it out there. But then why wouldn't she take it with her? Like, why
I
would
know.
she leave it behind?
Right. Right.
Unless she was in a hurry and she didn't see it. I mean, we don't
Yeah.
know. I don't think that her brother said what time of day it was when she went to retrieve him. He just said they got back to the hotel and she left for a bit, but he didn't say
Yeah.
when she went to go get this mysterious dog food.
It was like between 2 and 4, I believe. But my memory is awful. But it seems like it was like midday, um, 2 to 4, or something like that. It was in the
So,
daylight, though, which is ballsy if that's true.
but um she could not have left, right? Okay, so getting back to okay, so she's killed him and she's we agree she's put him in the suitcase. He
Yep.
has to be in the car. She couldn't have left with him because um
The
Lena
timing.
because right, we know he came back, Lena came home, Harley came home. She sent them out, but her vehicle wasn't seen leaving again, right? After she came back at like 2, was it 2 o'clock? Around 2
Yeah,
o'clock?
2:30. Yep.
She wasn't seen leaving again. So that was it.
So he was there. They're walking around, but she put the
Yeah.
suitcase in the back of her, which isn't uncommon to have a suitcase in the back of
No,
your car. Al just went to the airport and they're like, oh, a suitcase, not really putting
right,
two and two together that he would take it with them.
right.
But they're traveling a lot. She's going to be a flight attendant, so they probably didn't think anything of the suitcase. They're not going to search it.
You're not
Which
going to
is
search a suitcase for a living child, not an
right.
11-year-old.
Right.
I mean, maybe for a smaller child, maybe they were hiding, but you're not going to, yeah,
Oh, that's so messed up. That gives me the creeps.
that he was
Uh,
there.
that he was there. I just kind of wish they would have found him then, but
It's just like with the brother when the brother was in the presence of the suitcase.
if he would have said something.
Yeah, it's the same thing, but yeah. Um, what do you think about the bloody items in Harley's room?
There was bloody. I missed that.
I did too. I didn't see any bloody items in Harley's room.
I'm gonna circle way back. I'm gonna this
The
is gonna
the brothers saw her struggling with the suitcase at the budget rental car office. They were switching. This is for Shan. They were moving
yeah.
everything from the one rental truck, moving everything from that into the budget, and that's where she was struggling to move the suitcase full of the softball equipment. And yeah, that's where he saw her struggling with it.
And he identified that suitcase as the same suitcase that
Yeah.
Gannon's body was found later in. So
Which was by the way, today when they ask the what the one crime scene investigator gone out and taken pictures, she took pictures of all the suitcases, and they asked her, uh, did you see the olive green suitcase? And she said, I took pictures of the ones I saw. And did you see the one Gannon's body was found in? I couldn't believe she hadn't seen it. She worked on the case, and she was like, no, I never saw it. Never saw photos of it. I thought,
which I found
I think I would
interesting
have seen it.
Yeah, I'm wondering if she doesn't. She seems like she's really smart. Maybe she just doesn't go out of her lane. She just focuses on
Yeah.
she's not trying to do the overall. It's these are what I need to focus on. This is my job. But
Right, exactly.
I'm like, how do you do that? I'm like, I want to know everything.
That's our problem. We can't just do our job. We're in everybody's lane.
Exactly.
No way can I stay in my lane. No.
No way. But going back to how Gannon was found, I keep on wiggling my desk. So they put a tracker on Leticia's car, right? The police.
Yeah.
They're surveilling her. They put a tracker on her car. And then what did they do? Why didn't they know? Why weren't they following her when she went back out there and grabbed this suitcase? She didn't have the suitcase before. She comes back with the suitcase. They know she went there because she was being tracked. Why weren't they surveilling her? They never really asked that question, which
I
I
don't
guess.
know. Did they have active surveillance on her then? That was like the 31st, right? Because they, her family came and they moved her out of the house and they took her to the hotel. The family had, Aunt Brenda had rented the Altima, but I
Yep.
don't know if they'd gotten the tracker on the Altima yet. Because I
They
know they had
did.
the warrant for it, but had they already gotten it on it by the
Remember?
time she went there?
Yeah, remember the big guy had to get under the car?
Yeah, but I don't know when he put it under there. Was it before she went there?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yep.
I don't know. Maybe they didn't have. No, because I'm pretty sure that he said they were following after that, weren't they?
That's what
I
I
don't know.
thought too. I'm like, how do they not know when she got this suitcase? He's like, it was a busy time and I called in help and then we got this tracker on her. And
I
then
remember he said he pulled the car in front to make it look like he was
Yep.
broke down. And I remember he said it was parked at a hotel. I remember that.
Yeah,
'Cause
right.
he said he didn't want the hotel staff to come out and look.
Yep.
I
And that was
wonder if they got it on too late. Like if she had already gone and gotten the suitcase by the time they got the tracker on. Like I don't know. Because the when the family came in, they rented didn't they rent the van and the truck? They rented the Altima as soon as they got to town. And
Right.
Brenda did. They were driving around in it and they met up with her. I don't know if they got the van and went and emptied her house the same day or if it was the next day. Maybe they didn't get it on the Altima quick enough.
Yeah. I
Like
wonder if I
maybe
should
she
go back
went-
and watch it. Because I was
Yeah.
super confused. I'm like, why weren't they? How do they not know? They're surveilling them. They put this tracker on her and then they just go home. Like
I'll put it on my list. I'll go back and check.
it's 5:00. I'm going home. I'm checking out. And then she
Yeah.
it's like the most important thing because if they would have gotten to Gannon then, do you know how much
Yeah.
DNA and evidence we would have so much more information about what happened to him, but by the
Well,
time
and
he
the-
was found, it was like
Yeah.
you hardly get anything.
they'd be able to tell about the gunshot, how far away it was, how
Was.
close it was, that sort of thing.
Yep.
Yeah, they lost that. They could have told if he had been frozen, they wouldn't have lost the blood. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So much more information.
And you know what, Nancy, timeline witness would help with this, and it might actually be Harley. Harley might actually come in and clear up some of this for us.
Oh my
It,
gosh. I'm counting down the
you
days.
know,
Yes.
because we really do need that. The only timeline person we have, well, except for Agent Grusing, because he is because he's with the CBI, I think he's going to be able to testify about the overall case. He may be able to pull some of the strings together. I don't know if it'll be the string that we're talking about right now. I am going to go back and check the time, and see what time they because they did talk about the specific time they placed that on the Ultima,
Yeah.
and then I'll go and see when her brother talked about when she went to get it. I put that on my list. I'll go see. But
Oh,
um Agent Gersing should be able to give a timeline with investigation, but maybe Harley can give a better timeline of, you know, the actual family, the inside that we're not seeing.
yep.
You know, her brother did some of that. He gave a lot that we did not know,
Right.
you know,
He
and a
did.
big cost to him
Oh.
because, you know, his face is out there forever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, his words are out there forever. And,
Did
oh,
you want to be here? No, I did not want to be here.
mm-hmm.
Is his words. Why, Leticia? Why? I'm telling you, when he said that about crush my soul, I'm just like,
Yeah,
this poor man. How many lives, Leticia, are you destroying forever? Like, this isn't like it's just gonna, time will heal your wounds. This is just
no.
damning
I mean,
all
that's
around.
her family, and you know, family
Hmm.
gets judged by what you do.
Oh,
Um,
absolutely.
and Nancy, you heard that Harley was testifying for both the state and the defense. Well, she was subpoenaed by the state. The defense will cross-examine. Um, uh, they can call her back up, you know, when it's their case in chief to present. I haven't heard that she's testifying for them as well. I don't know. I really don't know. I haven't heard anything about that. I had heard she had no contact with her mom, and you know that she was testifying for the state. I don't I don't know. She is an active witness, yes. She did go on vacation, but she is under subpoena. She does have to appear.
Right, right. And when we checked her TikTok a couple days ago, she was talking about she had a new job. So I'm pretty and she interviewed for. So I'm pretty sure she's probably back here, or
Yeah,
not here, but in the
yeah,
states.
yeah. And yes, Miss Elise, and welcome. Thanks for coming. And
Thank
yes,
you.
he was really hard to listen to. He was one of the hardest.
Yeah, he
He's one of
was.
those that you never forget, you know.
Because you could just feel his pain. It wasn't a
Yeah,
what you felt it. He was beyond himself.
yeah. Mm.
All right.
So we don't know what she did with the carpet, which is going to drive me insane all night. So all I'm going to be thinking about is that dang carpet.
That carpet, that burn mark is what got me, and how the wax is
Oh,
everywhere. That's what got me, because I'm like, nothing's making sense. Like, I thought the fire was from the candle, but it's not
I wish
possible from the
I
candle.
wish
So what
someone had
else?
shown us how far away that quote unquote fire was from the couch. I really wish they would have, like a week ago, because
Sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
it does not. No, it just
Right.
doesn't. Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm. Man, this case is something else. Let's see here. I want to make sure that Harley is indeed an active witness with her vacation. Okay, yep, absolutely. Wonder if you gave her immunity deal. I'm thinking Is it Carolyn? Carolyn, yeah. I'm pretty sure she got a deal. I I think that's the only way that she would testify for the prosecution instead of for
They
Leticia.
might have,
Or
but she might not have even been involved. You've seen
exactly.
you've seen how manipulative and calculating this woman is.
Right.
I mean, she tried to she tried to overpower a deputy in a vehicle with four armed deputies. I mean, it, winding her daughter around her finger would be nothing. Think about the years of winding she had already done. I mean,
Mhm.
I would imagine it was nothing to her to get her daughter to help her with whatever. And I would imagine she didn't think that her mom had anything to do with hurting Gannon. She probably didn't think her mom ever would.
Yeah, you don't
Nobody
you,
thinks their parent is capable of that.
exactly. You took the words right out of my mouth. You always see your parent as something, angel like, even though they're the
Yes,
craziest people. Look, we see these kids that are abused by their parents, and all they want to do is make them happy. Even the worst case that we hear, there you see like the Valentine's card, and I
yes,
just want to make my mom happy, and it's like
yes.
I'm gonna be a good boy or I'm gonna be a good girl, and it's just like, oh my god. So yeah,
Like the Mother's Day cards that Anthony Avalos made for his mom. Those broke
yes,
my heart. She was
I
so ruthless.
know. Mm-hmm.
And yes, because even more so, no matter how vicious they are.
Yep.
So yeah, I have to imagine she would never consider her parent capable of murder.
Yep. Yep.
I
And if there wasn't any odor in the car, if we can go with the theory that he was frozen, she wouldn't even know.
mm-mm.
If she was dropped off in Texas and she went on to Florida solo, we don't know that. That's just my own theory. It may
Yeah,
everything that I thought before is just thrown out the window today, so we'll just see what
we just
happens.
never know.
We just never know. But if he wasn't, there would have been an odor and she would have known. There's no way you're going to ride in a van. There's no way that she didn't smell them.
Yeah, the budget truck. Well, see, and I keep thinking big budget truck, but we don't know that even any furniture was grabbed. It could have just been, like clothing and
Suitcases. Yeah.
suitcases, and so we don't know if it was like a little like passenger van, or we don't really know how big it was. I don't know if any of the exhibits are like I know that in some trials, once an exhibit is like published, you can access it. We might be able to access the budget rental agreement and see how big it was. It might give us some, you know,
I I can pull
information.
up.
But even at that, can you?
So we seen pictures in, I think it was day, it was the same day that the guy, they got DNA from the back of that truck. And so they were showing pictures of inside. And remember, there was like a gate in between the front of the
No,
van.
wait. Was that the budget van?
Yeah, that was the van that
Oh,
they were
that's right.
driving with
Okay.
you.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Then I remember that. That's right. I remember what it's like then. That's right. Okay. I've driven one of those before. There's like the little door that opens in between, right? So
Yep.
you can
Yep.
you have access to the back and the front.
Yes. And then
So
there's
the
like a
air
gate.
supply. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just the gate. It has like little like holes in it or whatever, but you can open that, but typically you drive with it shut. And then that separates you from your cargo, which didn't look very big. It just looked like but it's not scale to size, the pictures. So, but it didn't look like it was a huge van. It just looked like a normal cargo van.
But the air
Not like a,
supply is all in one, right?
yeah,
Okay. So if they shared the same air supply, then yeah, there's no way they could have traveled all that way. Yeah, they would have smelled him. Yeah, okay. I
yep,
was
yep.
thinking, with like the bigger like when I moved, it was one of those big budget vans, which is almost like a, with the big rolling door in the back, and like
Yeah.
you had to go to the back to access it. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
I was
Right.
basically driving a semi truck down the road, just me and the four cats and the chow chow dog and everything else in the back. It was crazy madness. The brakes went out at the end. It was crazy, but yeah, that's what I was picturing. But they had something smaller, so yeah, there's no way. Yeah, but then
Yeah, it's trying
we also talked about too, um, Harley having a vehicle, and we don't
hers got.
know if it was it still it was impounded, right? I mean, it was
Yeah.
well, impounded, detained. Um, it was taken.
Yes. Yes. Her little Volkswagen.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah.
I was trying to find a picture of the van, but it's buried somewhere. Doesn't matter. Yeah. So, yeah, what she knows, I guess we're just gonna have to wait and find out.
Yeah. Good grief.
There's a chip off the old block. Absolutely.
Yeah, I was way wrong. I kept saying, oh, you know, Thursday or Friday, I think Harley will be up. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, I was way wrong.
Yeah, and I think it might be a couple more days before she's up. I bet you it's gonna be Tuesday or Wednesday.
Well, yeah, because this one, oh, I lost her name again. Bell. Yeah, Brooke Bell. She still has to finish testifying, and then, um, well, and then we still haven't gotten to the actual, you know, the DNA technician. Well, the technicians that come in and say that they actually the lab technicians or whoever actually is going to testify about that. I don't
Right.
know who's gonna testify about it. Just and see in some cases it's just the lead detective or it's just one of the detectives on the case will testify about the lab results that they got back if they ordered the test, but I
Right.
don't think they're going to do that here because they've
Mm-mm.
really brought in everybody.
Everybody, yes.
Yeah, so which I understand why. you know
Mm-hmm.
they want to make sure that they show you know all of their work. They don't want
Yes.
to have a question, and I get that. So
I the prosecution for the first time since this trial started, he actually seemed like he was really excited to cross-examine. Um, what did you say her name was? The last witness,
Brooke Bell,
Brooke Bell, with
he
the
was
smart one.
flirting with her, wasn't he? He was, wasn't he?
I was like, I wonder if they know each other
Uh-huh,
out
I
of
thought
here.
so. Yep.
He's like, you don't like it when I say that when I call it blood, do you?
When I
And I'm
call it
just
blood. Yep. I'm like, stop flirting with her. Move on, buddy.
I'm like, they must know each other because this is odd. I feel weird. Am I interrupting something?
Exactly. Should we step away?
But I'm sorry, not the prosecutor, but the defense. The defense was he stood up, and then the judge was like, "Well, we're breaking for the weekend," and
Yeah.
it almost seemed like he was disappointed. And I'm like, it's finally he has an emotion about anything
Yeah.
because it was the prosecution only that did most today, but it just seems like he just shows up. So we'll see what happens on Monday if he actually has some good questions for him.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and that's true. The psychological professionals too.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if they. I don't know if the prosecution had anyone interviewed her. Sometimes they'll do that, especially if they're going, not guilty by reason of insanity. Um, I know that they had to have someone interview her. I mean, the defense had to. So yeah, they have to have those up. Um, Tina Powers asked, "How often did the children see their mother, and did they have joint custody? What is the deal on that?" Um, I they had joint custody. I think I don't know how often. Do you know how often they saw them, Kim?
Mm-mm.
They saw her, Kim. I don't either,
Mm.
Tina. I know that she was struggling, and that Now today they tried to throw shade on her, which really made me angry. Um,
Mm-hmm.
they said that the prosecution had said that Gannon was in counseling because of you know they
Custody
because of custody issues,
issues. Yeah.
and then they tried to say that tried to say that Gannon was in therapy because of Leticia and his issues, which is
But it,
not what Al testified to. Al testified that it was because of, and he could have said that it was because of Gannon and Letitia's issues. Leticia was right there. And if he wanted to support his wife, he could have said that. He didn't
yeah.
need to, you know?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so, and Leticia never said it either, to be fair. In her interview, she never said that Gannon was in therapy because of an issue with her. But I
Right.
don't know how often they saw their mom. Um, I know that the the prosecution and the defense have said custody issues, but from what I understood, Landon asked Al to take the kids because she was having issues. That she
Work
needed
on
to go get
herself.
some help herself. Yeah, and she did what she needed to do to take care of herself, and we support that. So, but we don't know how often.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
You
not
know.
sure either. I have no idea how much or how little she was involved in their lives.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering, I was listening to somebody else cover this, and they were saying that they thought that she had been being mean to him long before this incident. And I'm like, I don't know if Al would allow that. I wish I knew Al a little bit better, because him on stand, you don't really, how
Yeah.
much of a pushover is he, or, you know,
Well,
is he or is he not? I don't think he would put up with that.
I wonder how much he knew.
And that's what I'm wondering, if it was it a break that, or was this a building thing, you
Right?
know?
You mean Letitia was being mean to Gannon?
Yeah, yeah. Like
Yeah,
I bet, like, meaner than normal, like, not
right,
just,
right. No,
"I
I
don't
know what
really
you
get
mean.
along with you." Yeah,
Right,
that, withholding food from them, "Go to your room, I'm taking away your
right.
Switch thing." Was she excessive with him, or, would Al put up with that? I'm not sure if he would. So, it almost leads me that maybe there was a little bit behind the scenes, but I
Yeah.
don't think there was a lot. I don't know.
Well, and it has come out that he and Al said that Letitia tried to say that Gannon was out to get her, that Gannon was like after her. She was trying to purport to Al that Gannon was like against her, the wicked stepmother, and Al just didn't see it. He
Mm-mm.
said he didn't see it, that Gannon was a sweet kid.
Yeah.
And then when you asked when the reporter asked Letitia what was Gannon like, first thing she said was he was a sweet kid, that he would always do what you ask. If you ask him to do something, he would just do it. And that he didn't complain, that he didn't whine, that he just did it. So yeah, I think it was something that I think she had a problem with Gannon. A lot of people on here have mentioned that maybe she liked girls better than boys, and
Yep.
she seemed to treat Lena fine, and she was okay with Harley, and maybe it was that way.
Mhm.
We've seen it where a parent picks on one kid. They find
Yeah.
one kid and they put all of their abuse on that one kid.
Yes. Yes.
And might be that it escalated to that.
Yep.
And yes, Erica, I saw your comment. And yes, every time that he got anywhere
DID.
near DID today, I was screaming at that TV. That
Because
he
we all.
talks about multiple personalities. I said to my husband, that's it. I want to go to Colorado Springs. I want to have a conversation with Cook. Are you in? And he was like, no. And I'm like, will you drive? And he's like, no. And I'm like, gas money? He's like, no. Yes. I was yelling
Oh,
at the screen.
oh my gosh, that's so funny. Because why is he asking a cop that was attacked at a transport of her about psychology? Like, that's a stretch. Like,
Right?
Just say you have no more questions because you're not even asking the right questions.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. Sit down. I even put in my notes, like, I was underlining and exclamation marks to myself, sit down, cook. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Please. And go get your blood pressure medicine because it looks like you are. Your face is a little red.
Um,
Oh,
Nicole said, I don't know if she is charged with desecration of a corpse. I don't know if she has a tampering with a corpse charge. She might. Let me pull those up while we're talking, her charges. I haven't
yeah. I
looked in a
haven't.
while.
Yeah, I haven't either.
And someone was talking about, would she actually be charged with the officers? I think that yes, she will still be charged with the attack on the officer after. I've seen it happen in a couple of cases. Recently, there was a young man who was convicted of um, many counts of murder, 16 counts of murder, and then 17 counts of attempted murder, and he was still after that prosecuted for attacking a guard in jail. So yeah, I think they will still do it. um 13 charges: first degree murder, child abuse causing death, and tampering with evidence.
Okay.
um Let me pull these up. Hang on a second. um I would think that there has to be a. Give me 1 second. Trying to pull up her charging um, instrument. I think I have it here. Okay. Yeah, I do. Let's see. Murder in the first degree, 2 counts. Child abuse resulting in death. Tampering with the deceased human body. So, yes, tampering with physical evidence. And then, that's right, they did 6 enhancers or 8 enhancers. So we have counts 6 through 13 are a crime of violence. So they did the enhancers to get a higher sentence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So she does have a tampering with deceased human body. That's the one that you were asking about, Miss Nicole. So yes, that is on there.
This cold, cold woman. To think somebody is
Yes.
capable of doing that. And she was an educator. She was teaching children. She's a freaking murderer.
Right. And yes, Christine, I saw that. Trying to
Yeah.
toss in there. Yeah. Borderline personality disorder is nowhere near DID. I thought the same thing. Does he think it's alphabetical in that book? Because we need to teach him how to read the DSM. Yeah. I was literally losing my mind here for just a little bit.
He's like, what initials can I throw out there?
Right?
ADHD.
To her side, I'm gonna need to take some deep breaths or something. I don't know. Take a walk. I don't know. Take a walk. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
When he starts talking about her being crazy and I'm gonna have issues. That's all there's to it.
But there is a medical professional out there that's going to say that she had a mental break or whatever. And
Yes,
maybe
be.
And I'm just gonna look at them like, how much are you getting paid? Like,
Yep.
I'm hope you are getting paid 6 figures to be here and say that garbage, because there is no way on earth that woman did not do this and then plot and plan and move around bodies and try to escape and flipping people off while she's in. There's no way that same person is just had a mental break. That is a sociopath who has nothing to lose anymore, who's just showing all of her colors now, where before she could contain it because she's trying to live this perfect life. She was so worried to keep this perfect life that she wanted to prove to Al that she was a good parent. So everybody that she talked to afterwards, she would say, I just knew I didn't want to tell Al because, he'd just think I was being a bad parent or I wasn't looking after him and I was worried about what Al would think. And that persona is gone and now is the real Leticia.
Exactly. Yeah. That's all she has left. Yeah.
Yeah. Evil. Evil, evil, evil. Oh, these type of people really do fascinate me though. People that just can hold it together and be part of society, live in a great neighborhood. There's another case that I was talking to you about that it was a cop and his wife, and they had like 6 kids, and on the outside they look like the perfect family. In the meantime, she has her 2 kids living in her garage in the middle of winter. 17 degrees outside. He got hypothermia and died. What the frick?
Are you talking about the
Uh,
police officers?
yeah,
Son?
the one
Yeah.
that just wrapped up. That trial just
Yeah.
wrapped up.
Yeah.
That's those types of crazy. I was reading Elise's Crazy Beach. And
Yeah.
I got twisted my words.
Yeah. I was reading Carolyn. Sorry, I wasn't listening to you.
Oh, that's so funny. Crazy Beach.
And I agree, Carolyn. She very well might have borderline personality disorder, but that is not any part of what she did. Yeah. Mm-mm.
Right. No, she definitely,
She
she
definitely has antisocial personality disorder
personality
for
disorder.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yep.
and histrionic personality disorder. Yep.
NPD or
Narcissistic personality disorder.
historic
Probably,
personality.
I'm guessing that's what they're talking about. Probably a whole slew. We could probably cook up a salad.
Oh, sure.
Toss a few in.
But I don't believe that she just cracked.
I don't think no, and I don't think that anybody's ever going to get a true read on her
No.
because the lady testifying as a documentary. Which lady testifying? The last one? Are you talking about Brooke Bell? Is that who you're talking about? Amazing 80? I'm not sure if that's what she means.
Do you know what it's called?
She was saying we should listen to the lady on the stand.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if she means Brooke Bell or.
Yeah, that's a Amazing 80.
Yeah.
Do you know what the documentary is called? I agree, Kristen. BPD is most likely. Then DDID, oppositional defense disorder. Defiance disorder.
No, the expert for Leticia hasn't testified.
Oh, I don't even know who it is.
Mm-mm. And she hasn't testified. We haven't seen her. She hasn't been on the stand. So I don't know her name.
Somebody said she has PBS. Psycho Peach syndrome. Oh, old bats, 2 cats. I agree. Oh, that's too funny.
The Dorothy Lewis? Like the Dorothy Lewis? Wait a minute. The Dorothy Lewis as in Dorothy Lewis? Hang on a minute.
Dr. Dorothy Lewis?
Are you talking about the one who did the psych profile for Ted Bundy? The Dorothy Lewis.
No, oh my gosh, are you kidding me?
She couldn't afford Dorothy Lewis. And I don't think Dorothy Lewis is alive anymore. Not that Dorothy Lewis.
Oh, yeah, I can. Over here. It's black and white, so. Oh, film festival today. Film review. Crazy, not insane. I don't want to click on any of these because I don't want to.
Dorothy Lewis died in January of 2022.
Oh, right here. Look at this. Leticia step trial. Psychologist Dr. Dorothy Lewis. Shut the front door. Crazy, not insane.
I don't.
crime curious. Huh, interesting.
I don't.
Oh, right, crazy not insane.
I
Bundy
know who
expert.
Dorothy Lewis is, but I don't.
Do you see my screen?
I do see your screen. I just don't.
Don't know who she is?
No, I know who Dorothy Lewis is. I'm just not sure that's the same Dorothy Lewis as. That is the same Dorothy Lewis. I just don't know how they got her, and I don't know how they. I'm kind of. Hold on, my jaw's kind of on the floor here. You have to give me a minute.
It's interesting.
I'm not sure. Okay, I'm kind of flummoxed here. So a couple of things. I'm not sure how they afforded her. That's right out of the gate.
Right.
How did they afford her? First of all, she's
Maybe she
she's a
inserted
Yale.
herself to get to promote her HBO thing. People do that all the time.
Maybe.
Maybe she said, "I'll do a pro
She
bono."
spent her entire career trying to understand serial killers. She interviewed John Allen Muhammad. Do you remember him? Muhammad and Malvo?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Bundy. Yeah, she has a theory about violent offenders, and specifically, she thinks that violent offenders all share three traits. It's yeah, I mean, I'm just really surprised that she's here. Wow.
The only theory I can come up with is it's pro bono, just so she can get her name out there.
It's possible.
She got us talking. I didn't know about her HBO special. Now I do.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
Check the witness. Okay. Erica said check the witness list. Ugh. Wow. This case gets better and better. I am just curious of what she's going to say. I'm going to be so annoyed watching her now, though.
My problem is that she was one of the first to recognize DID.
Okay.
Yeah, mic drop. That bothers me. If she walks in there and says, "But Leticia Stout has DID," I'm turning off my screen, Kim. I swear, I'm gonna hurt somebody. I'm gonna hurt a lot of people.
Right.
I don't think that'll happen, though. I really don't. I don't.
You don't? She's testifying for the prosecution or the defense?
She's testifying for the defense.
Then she's going to say she has DID, right? Because that's their whole defense.
Oh man, Dorothy.
Yeah.
Any chance that anybody knows, is Park Dietz part of this trial? Kim, do you have the witness thing?
Let me try to Google that real quick. A loud keyboard. Let's see what we got here. Here, I'll share my screen and you guys can see what I'm doing here. Okay.
Erica said, "Then we riot."
It's too cold there.
Me and you, Erica. I'll meet you there.
I'll get a snowsuit. Okay.
Well, if she diagnosed her with multiple personality disorder, then I feel sorry for her. I don't see any world and any chance in this world at all that she has DID. We've seen countless, how many hours of Leticia? Not a peep, no hair nor eye of any other personality ever.
And it's interesting that remember early on when he was like, has she ever been called
Marie,
and then the
Jasmine?
Yeah, they're leading up to something. He's not asking those questions for no reason. So she's going to say that she turned into Jasmine,
Yeah.
a Disney character, and killed her son. I don't know how one equals the other, but okay. It's your world.
Yes, Amazing 80. They are saying that she did have um a horrific childhood. Um
And I kind of believe that she did.
we do. Kim and I
Yeah.
actually believe there are parts of her assault story that ring true. They ring very, very true.
Yep.
And I believe that, you know, she I believe that she did have a horrific childhood. It takes more than that to create DID. I, I have some experience with DID. Um, I studied it a little in college. I have a very good friend that has DID. I um, I don't believe Leticia has DID. Haven't We haven't seen any instances of any alters coming out at all. She's been in high times of stress, especially in the we watched an interview, right? All of us watched it. That was huge amount of stress on her, right? We know she killed Gannon. Even if it's an alter, let's pretend we're in an alternate universe and we believe she has it. So let's pretend that she has it. Well, if even if an alter killed Gannon, she's in a high stress environment in that interrogation room, right? Well, in that interrogation room, she should have slipped. There should have been slippage. There should have been at least an instance where someone else came out, a protector. Someone else should have come out and held down the fort.
Yeah.
That panic attack shouldn't have happened because a DID has it's a defense
Like a
mechanism, right?
mechanism. Yeah.
That's
Somebody
the
would show
entire
up to
point of
save
it,
her.
right? You have
Right.
someone
Right.
in charge that says, I'm going to come out and I'm going to protect everybody. And so you don't have panic attacks. You don't have, I mean, you do sometimes, sure, but you have someone there to protect and take over. And then that person handles the interview with usually a plum and poise and dignity. And if they need to act and they need to do whatever they need to do, that's what they need to do. But
Right.
and most times in an interview like that, if the person has DID, you'll instead see either a protector come out or you'll see a rapid flipping of alters because the stress is so high, they can't focus, they can't lock in on one. We haven't seen any of that. We haven't even seen one alter. We've just seen Letecia. Even when she attacked the guard in the vehicle, we didn't see anything there.
Yeah. She didn't claim that she was anybody else or sorry I did
Yeah.
that. It was I didn't do that.
Yeah.
Her in she said her personality didn't change. It was just
Her
her
action.
actions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
her behavior. Her behavior's changed, but no, personality. Um,
Oh, documentary outlines Lewis' work with notorious killers such as Ted Bundy, Arthur Shawcross, John Allen.
a lot of times um, when she is called to testify, the prosecution will call Park Dietz, who is like her nemesis. And Park Dietz is a really good forensic psychologist. He's just like her. He's really, really good. That's why I wondered if maybe the prosecution had already, stacked their deck as well.
Right.
That's why I wonder if maybe he was coming up. I hadn't heard, but I didn't know she was coming. So, and but it is not unheard of for a person to convince a psychiatrist that they have DID and not actually have it. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it happens. A psychiatrist only spends what 8 to 12, 16 hours sometimes with a person to, you know, what evaluate them.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know,
Yeah. And
I don't know.
she's so full of it that but again, these people get paid, so I don't know. There's always in these cases where it's a reason for guilty by reason of insanity is because they have somebody to say that they were insane. So there's always somebody for them. And sometimes maybe it is true, but you know, and some of them you're just like, how? How did you get your degree? I don't understand.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. Well, I can't wait. I'm so excited. I'm even more excited now about hearing them because I am kind of dreading going through the mumble jumbo because, like you said, I'm gonna have to take a walk and I'm gonna be like, this is such crap.
Oh
But
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
it might lay out a picture. It might be, why did she do this? Or, you know, it might fill in some of the blanks that we're thinking about, maybe.
Sure.
Her
Mm.
online degree. Oh, that's funny. But yeah, that was pretty much everything for today. It was a lot of information, but it really did confuse me more. Just when I think I have it figured out, I'm just 10 steps backwards because you're
Oh,
th- you're
you
caught up
know,
on.
hang on a second. Flo67 just said something interesting. I think he may have knocked the candle over by accident, and the monster put the candle to his hands and burned him as punishment. Breaks my heart. Hope she never sees the light of. You know what?
Huh, that's not a bad theory.
It's not. It is not.
That is that is interesting. Interesting.
Amazing 80, thank you for bringing that information to my attention because, see, now I have the entire weekend to freak out about. I appreciate that. I really do. No, seriously, I do appreciate it. Thank you. I do appreciate that. Thank you. I know I went off on a little bit of a mini, well, maybe probably a big rant there, but I appreciate
Right.
it anyway.
Oh, he knocked the candle over on accident. The monster put his hands and burned him for punishment. It would explain why that cutout was there. Maybe.
Right? Wait, what fake robberies? There were fake robberies? Do you know about fake robberies?
Yes. She said that she heard gunshots at one point, and they asked Al, well, did you ever see anybody? Was anybody ever arrested? Was there anything taken from your home? And he's like, no. They were pointing it out as if she was just trying to get attention. That may have been like the first day.
Oh,
Uh,
I must
yeah.
not have.
Yeah. You probably just, it's stupid information, you know. But yeah, she
Huh.
said that she heard somebody in the basement trying to open up the door and she like moved stuff around to make it look like maybe somebody had gotten in, but there was no proof of anybody ever entering.
Oh, good grief.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she wanted attention.
Yeah. She always wanted his attention. So the fact that something happened to Gannon would just put her, you know, set her back to
Oh,
getting his attention.
got it, got it, got it. Okay, all right. Yeah, like, okay, she would fake shit to get him home. Okay, I got
Yep.
it.
Yep.
I got it. So, like we were talking about really early on, she married someone in the military, but then didn't think about the consequences of him being in the military. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes,
Why?
Carolyn. Yes, maybe she can play hide and seek with Carolyn. Sarah Boone in prison. Very good plan.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. They're both kicking and screaming on the floor because they didn't get extra peanut butter.
Exactly. Can't eat the peanut butter, Kim. We can't trust the peanut butter,
Oh
remember?
yeah, that's right, right. Yeah, the peanut butter is poisoned. Or they're writing her messages in her peanut butter.
Well, Addie, she definitely hurt Al for real this time, didn't she? Yeah.
She got his attention.
Yeah, she definitely did.
Yep.
Well, I don't know what I was gonna say.
Yeah, so I think that was pretty much everything for today. They yeah, well they'll just have Belle come back up on Monday and then the defense has the opportunity to question her. And I'm curious what questions he has. He seemed like he was pretty eager to ask her some questions. So, he's been pretty chill so far. He's just kind of there. So, I don't know.
Did
I'd
you
like
see
to.
that? Oh, Carol said injured tissue decomposes faster, and the coroner said one hand was almost skeletal and the other one wasn't. They were talking about burning his hands, making him hold a candle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, makes sense, Carol. Yeah, I think so too. I think I thought that they were done with the crime scene text that we're going to show pictures, but uh, it's never ending.
No,
It is just never ending.
they're
Um,
covering. It might go on 8 weeks.
do I think they're going to put her on the stand? Well, I would, I would say unlikely.
Oh, God. Oh, I'd give her money if she got up on that stand. I want
I
to
was
hear it
looking
talk.
into, I was looking into statistics for people who have um, pled not guilty by reason of insanity, and I found like 2 cases out of 100 that actually took the stand. So I don't see it, not in her case, considering how bad she is. I mean, if they can stop her at all, I mean, obviously it's her choice, but if they can stop her in any way, I cannot imagine her up there. Kim and I are really, really hoping for it, but
Barrier just a little deeper because the prosecution is going to be 10
oh
steps ahead of
yeah,
her.
yeah. Um, before I forget, before we end this, I know we're almost at the end here. Um, the other case that I was monitoring, that I was watching, the mom, Alexis Avila, wanted to let you all know. I want to preface this with starting out the baby was okay, obviously. But Alexis Avila was the mom who, in New Mexico, she had her baby in the bathroom, put him in a trash bag, went down the road, 2 miles down the road, past a couple fire stations with safe haven boxes, and threw the baby in the trash. He
That's
was
that
safe. Yeah,
that's
he
the
was
image that I showed yesterday of her just doing that, tossing the baby.
tossing him in the dumpster.
Yep.
Well, she was charged with attempted murder and child abuse resulting in grievous bodily harm. And she took the stand in her trial. She had a 1 week trial that ended today. She took the stand, and they also got to watch her they got to watch her interrogation, where she admitted that she had the baby, that the baby was alive, and that she did that. She put him in the bag. She threw him in the trash. She had no reason other than she was scared. And the you will love this, Kim. The judge did the jury instructions, they did the closing arguments, and the jury was back before 5 p.m. today, all in one day. And she was found guilty on all charges.
The way she threw that baby in the garbage,
Yeah,
you cannot get that out of your head.
no.
She deserved to be buried. Yes, guilty.
And the baby is fine.
Yeah.
So, yes, baby's fine. But yeah,
Not
so
going to grow up when he grows up and finds out what happened to him.
no.
Good
So, but
Lord.
taking the stand is not always a good idea. That's just one instance. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Yeah. She she deserved the
I,
guilty.
I don't know when the sentencing is, Nancy. I think it's probably at least a week or 2 weeks out. But the little boy is good. He's with his daddy. He has a heart murmur, but that's the only effects. He's still suffering a little bit of asthma, but the daddy has asthma too. But yes, she did have the audacity to ask for the baby back. But yeah, no,
Yeah. If the
that won't
baby's
be
still alive,
happening.
can I go ahead and take him home?
Yeah, she said
Peace
if
out.
he's okay, I want him. Yeah, no, that would be a big no.
That would
Mm-mm,
be no, I don't think so. No, I don't think we can do that.
mm-mm. Yeah.
Oh,
So
Robert Murdoch. Yeah, he messed up by taking the stand as well. He's a well-spoken person, though. I kind of get it that he took the stand. He's guilty of sin. I mean, we all knew
Oh,
it.
Alec, yeah. Oh, goodness, goodness, goodness. He was good to listen to, though, right?
Oh my
Like
gosh, yes.
I liked listening to him, but yeah, yeah.
I
She acted in the courtroom, saw the pictures. Uh, are you talking about Princess Megan Elsa? Are you talking about Alexis Avila? Yeah, yeah, it was. She just kind of sat there like I don't know. Basically, she said she was in a blackout from the day she had the baby to this was funny. She had the baby in January, and in February they had like an arraignment where they basically had all of the doctors and everything testify about when the baby came in and all of that, right? Well, then in May she was evaluated for her competency, and then she started therapy, right? Well, when she's on the stand today, she tries to say that she was in a blackout from the time she gave birth to May when she was evaluated. And
because that happens.
the prosecution was like, "So you don't remember the arraignment? You don't remember this doctor testifying? No. This doctor testifying? No. This doctor testifying? No." And so literally, and she finished high school during that time in a blackout. Yeah.
And she remembers to complain that she has back pain. Do you remember that?
Yes. Yeah. The back pain. Yeah. Didn't work.
Oh,
Yeah.
good
Didn't
gosh.
work.
Why are people mean to their kids?
So I don't think that Leticia should take the stand.
No,
I don't think she's going to
absolutely.
come across any better than that one. And that one didn't actually kill anyone. She just tried.
Right.
So you know.
All right. Well, do you have anything else for today?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think I brought everything.
Yeah.
What about you?
No, no. I just can't wait until Monday.
I know. I know.
Well, I think we're going to start it at 6 going forward, just to give us a little bit of time after the trial. 6
Yes.
mountain time. Just because right after the case, I like to organize and stuff like that, and doing it right after, it's
Yeah.
I barely catch the last part before I have to get my invite going and everything else.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
it just gives us a little bit more time. So hopefully everybody can come back and join us. I am so glad to see all the repeats and people who are invested in it. I appreciate you guys being here. I love you so much. You guys are amazing.
Absolutely. And the new faces.
And the new
Absolutely.
faces. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Lots of new faces.
And thank you everyone for being so kind to each other. I know
Oh,
everyone
yeah.
has different opinions, but everyone has been very kind.
Yeah.
We appreciate
I haven't
that.
had to moderate anything, like moderate nothing.
No,
It's been great. So
no. It's a good thing because your moderator's over here talking her off, so
exactly.
so she's no help. So
No, it's been great. I'm so glad to see it because I look at others and I'm like, whoa. But I haven't seen any Leticia supporters. I can say that for sure.
no, and I thought we'd have at least a couple.
None.
So
No. I mean, she is pleading guilty by insanity, so we know she did it. So I guess
yeah,
they can't necessarily, but people can say that they think she had a mental break. But
sure.
I haven't heard that. So we'll see if Lewis.
Yeah.
What Lewis has to say.
Don't give me the weekend.
Give me the weekend.
Give me the weekend.
All right, you guys, have a great weekend. Enjoy. Spend some time outside and with your family.
Yes, thank you everyone for joining, and we will see you on Monday, 6 Mountain Time, and that's 6 Colorado time for everyone. And yes, I will need the wine, Erica. I will. And thank you, Mooney. Thanks for all that information. Amazing, 80. And we will see you all then.
Alrighty.
All
Have a
right.
good weekend.
All right. Bye.
Bye bye.